So it sounds like recently Governor Tim Walz and Vice President Kamala Harris had some sort of a conference call with a lot of supporters, really just encouraging them to stay in the fight and a whole host of other things. Now, this is being reported by a sister who was on the call, and this is a portion of what she said. Check it out.
But Kamala's Kamala, and as I said, you know, she is encouraging us and admonishing us to stay in the fight. You know, she said this is not, you know, what we work so hard for, but we have to stay in the fight and we can't give up. And I did find it good and interesting that she spoke about so many stats, like 400,000+ volunteers across the United States, $1.4 billion in grassroots fundraising, things that have never been done in campaign history. And this was all put together in 107 days. So the stats are to say what everybody in the chat was saying. Do a forensic audit. Like, there's no way you pull off this kind of feat and lose.
So as you heard her say, you know, Kamala was giving data, if you will, statistics of the election, all the money they raised, all the volunteers that they had, and everybody else, I guess, was in the chat saying, do a forensic accounting, because there's no way you raise that kind of money, pull off that kind of, endeavor and lose. Then later on in that particular video, she was saying how black people, we need to stay in the fight, stay encouraged. This is what the lady was saying, blah, 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 right? Let me say something to y'all. Just because you raise $1.5 billion and you in the hole 20 million in 107 days and you have 400,000 volunteers, that don't mean you are still gonna win. The problem is, Miss Ma'am, is Kamala wasn't talking about nothing for the majority of the people to go out there and vote. You had a campaign on the deletion of babies. You let the borders stay wide open and let any and everybody come on over here. And not only come over here, they got housing, they got food, they got money, they got health care, they got education, they got it all. Brand new socks and drawers. That's why people didn't vote for her. It had nothing to do with the amount of money she raised. She wasn't talking about nothing. And every time she did open her mouth in these interviews, it was, well, I grew up in a middle class home and all the neighbors' grass was green and my mama raised us to be black women and my greens in the bathtub. That's what she talked about. She didn't say, hey, black people. Y'all remember when I said, no, y'all ain't gonna get no reparations. She didn't say, you know what, scratch that, never mind. Me and Joey B, we gonna make sure that the reparations checks roll off to the American descendants of slavery. She didn't say none of that. At the last minute, she tried to come up with a black man plan, but that's after Obama got out there and wagged his finger at black men for not showing up and being misogynistic and all this other stuff. But that plan still wasn't for black people. And let's talk about the rest of America. The rest of America saw the writing was on the wall. You got all these people coming over here, and you got Americans that are suffering at the grocery stores, the gas pump, paying their bills and the rent and all that other stuff. But you got migrants coming over here, and they doing well, buying houses and stuff. Yeah, people's like, no, I don't want no more of that. Also, these wars that are being funded. It's, billions of dollars being given to that. But American people are trying to figure out how they going to put a turkey on the table for the holidays. So it wasn't about the effort and the feat that she pulled off. It was about she wasn't talking about nothing. That's what it was. So the next time y'all get on that call, if you would be so bold, Miss Lady, to tell the truth, say, Kamala, I don't know if I can have a mic right now, but you lost because you wasn't talking about nothing. If I could be so bold. I don't know. I don't think you would do it, but I think that's how you should try to change the conversation so y'all can start telling the truth. That way, if she runs again, maybe she'll run on something worth running for. I don't know. Y'all tell me. So anyway, for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube.